So let me tell you how I started this thing. I got mad. And actually, my staff always tones down my slides, but I got pissed off. I was really pissed off. So this guy, you know, we were in this horrible recession, into the 80s, and this guy decided he wasn't going to support my business plan that I had written and put blood, sweat, and tears into. And he walked down the hall one day and said, you know what, Gay, I'm not going to support you. And I got so mad, I was furious, I was going to cry, I was just gnashing of teeth. So I ran back down the hall, I hadn't even thought about it. 30 minutes later, I ran down the hall and I quit. And I didn't even know what I was going to do. But I decided, I said, you know, if I can't do this here, I'm going to go do it someplace else. How many of you out there could name a couple of people who can really call bullshit on you? They look at you in the face and say, you are wrong, or you better be thinking about it this way. Well, my husband happens to be one of these people. So we were out to dinner one night shortly after I had started my company. And he said, Gay, what are you going to do to differentiate this little advertising agency in Austin, Texas? The last thing the world needs is another little ad agency. So I got very pompous and I said, we're going to be the art and science. We're going to measure things. We're going to win awards. We're going to do this. And I kept going on and on about my business plan, what I was going to do. Finally, he said, bullshit, bullshit. I'm not impressed. So after about 3 glasses of wine at this point, I slammed my hand on the table and I said, damn it, we're going to do kick-ass work for clients who want to kick ass. He said, that's it.
Our industry is still totally male-dominated, and so I watch sometimes how the deals get made and how things happen, but you know, my philosophy has always been to do just breakthrough, innovative work, and they almost cannot they have to pay attention to you, because if you're bringing the great work, it doesn't really matter. I think that's one of the missions that I'm on at this stage of my life, you know, is to really talk to young women and say, you can do all this, you really can, but you have to be really organized and you have to create your own support system.
I had a wonderful mother-in-law. She had some interesting things, and she was quite a fascinating woman and she was a working mom way back in the day. Right after I started my company, I happened to be visiting her ranch house in South Texas, and I spied this little box that was on one of her tables, and it said, everything is sweetened by risk. And I thought, wow, I'm eating risk for breakfast every day in this company. And I love this box. I mean, and by the end of our visit, she said, Gay, take it with you. And it's been on my desk ever since. And I can guarantee you that if I hadn't taken so many of the risks I have in my life and just grabbed that brass ring when it came around, because it only comes around sometimes once, that the sweetness in my life would never have been there.
When I say power, I think for a lot of people it conjures up negative things. Power is an autocratic, top-down type of approach. And this is one where I feel like you can gain your own interpersonal power that then changes the game for you. And it can make your life more successful, your careers more successful. And how do you do that? If you have your own personal power, then you can empower others. And that's where the real joy in life comes.
I started T3 in 1989 with a cashed-in $16,000 IRA and 2 employees. Today, it's the largest woman-owned advertising agency in the United States. Forrester Research named us as one of the top 5 innovation agencies in the world.
How I've gained my personal power, and a lot of it are things like just kindness and self-deprecating humor and not taking everything so seriously and really empowering other people. And that's what the bottom line of this book is about. I think one of the happiest things for me has been able to do things like our T3 and Under program, where we've let moms and dads bring their babies to work until they're like 6 to 9 months old. And we've done this for over 20 years, and we've had about 100 babies come through this program. That gives me an opportunity to do it because I've been empowered to be able to make those decisions. And it's very rewarding to be able to do things like that and create a culture where exciting work gets done and people respect each other, and kind of living out those old small town ethics that really ring true with me.